Hello YouTube, good to see you, welcome back. Right, today we are just going for a little wander back on the moors. Show you, the van's back there somewhere. Got the microphone on, hopefully you can hear it. It's under my jacket. So yeah, we're just going to go for a little wander. Thought I'd bring you along. Probably won't film too much, just a little bit, because all we're going to do is climb a couple of tours. We're going to gate crash a Hollywood movie set. That should be interesting. We're going to climb up to a tour. I made a little short. There's a tour which has got a spiral cairn on the top of it. So I thought I'd take you along and have a look at that. Across to another tour, which has got it's got 3 burials on the top of it. Thought we could have a little look at that together. And yeah, just work our way around really. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, I think 4 tours. There's one behind me over there. I don't know if you can see it. Over there. Where is it? And I don't know if you can see in the distance there, but there's a reservoir down there as well. We're not going down that far though. We're just going this way. Yeah. Waving you around all over the place today. We're going to go up there. Where's my finger? Oh, there. The other side of that is where they're filming for a movie called Wearwolf, which is going to have Willem Dafoe, Johnny Depp's daughter are going to be in it, allegedly. I don't think they're filming yet, but we're going to gate crash the place anyway. See what's going on, eh? Right. So, I will get to the top of this first tour. I'm not going to do lots of fancy filming. I have brought my tripod. We'll see how it goes, but we're kind of battling the weather a little bit. We've had some horrendous weather down here the last couple of weeks. It's been really difficult to get out and film. But we've allegedly got a couple of hours break in the rain today. So I thought, right, let's get out. Let's get out and see my YouTube friends. Right, so yeah, I'll get up to the top of this first one and then we'll have a gander at the movie set. Dog's being an arse already. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'll maybe get a tripod out later and film some proper nice stuff for you. But we'll see. We'll see what the weather does. Right, onward. Puffing already. It's quite steep, this one. Let's go. Nearly at the top. Tree. Very cool. Something on fire down there in the valley. Right. Let's have a look a bit. Here we are at the top. there. Hope you can still hear me. Windy up here. There's a film set. That's what they've been building. Wearwolf. We're going to go up there next. That's where the spiral cairn is. We'll go to there, then we'll go up there, down the other side into the valley, up, and kind of back round. The car's over there somewhere. So yeah, there's a movie set. Awesome. That sky. Right, so here we are, there's the movie set behind me. So we're going to head back down off this one, onto the next. Hopefully you can hear me right, because it's quite windy. And yeah, I did come up here a couple of weeks ago. Took some pictures and made a little short actually, but I didn't film because I didn't really think there'd be a lot to see. And then I found these cairns and stuff, so let's go check them out. I'll bring you back in a minute. Onward. These little fellows. No. Little black ones. Naughty. There's lots of those everywhere. What's that? Amazing formations on these tours. So where we just were there, that's Sharp Tor, for anybody that wants to know. Sharp Tor. And this is where they're filming the movie Wearwolf. Hopefully they're not doing lots of damage. Cool. It's all granite. Amazing. Right, let's gate crash this movie set, shall we? Cool place to do a camp up here, isn't it? One day. Right, onwards. I don't think I've ever seen anyone lay blocks with expanding foam before. Different. Looks all right though, doesn't it? This is their road they put in. We gate crashing it. Onward. Got told off a few weeks ago because I posted about the damage that these guys might be doing and people say, oh, they're not doing any damage. This kind of looks a bit like damage to me. What do I know? Right, we're not allowed that way. In case Mr. Defoe is at home. Onwards. A hawthorn tree there. Very squishy, very muddy up here today. But knew that was going to be the case anyway. That's why we got the boots. The boots. Interesting. Little thing is, when it rains, you get water running down off all of the high ground. And then it comes down here, runs all the way down to the low ground, obviously. It means we get wet feet. Don't even know if I'm going to be able to cross here. I might have to put you away for this one. Let's go round. Yeah, I don't think we get across there. I could probably jump. Oh, maybe not. All right, I'll bring it back when I get round. Oh. Ha. Made it. Sure, it doesn't look much on the camera. It's about my limit, I reckon. Right, I need to go this way. Tyson made it as well. Onwards. So we were just wandering through the bog. Came across this. Don't know if you can make it out. It's a hut circle. Let me see. Just lift you up there, see if that helps. Yeah, this right here, this was somebody's house many, many, many years ago. Thousands of years ago. Let's just have a little check it out, shall we? It's overgrown here. It's so easy to miss this stuff. I think I can see where the entrance would be. Here we go. Yellow mushrooms. So, it appears to be, I would say, this would be the entrance. You walk through here. Big stone there. This one here looks like it's fallen down. Would have been the other side. And, here we are indoors. How cool is that? This was somebody's house. Probably many people's house. Because a whole community of people probably lived in here. Not sure how well it's showing up on the camera. But I'm pretty much standing right in the middle of it now. That's where we came from up there, look, by the way. So yeah, very cool. Somebody's house. I wonder who lived here. I wonder how many families lived here. Was it just one family? More families? Children? Lovely view down the valley. Awesome. let's go on, let's go find some of these burial cairns. I mean, obviously, this stuff, let me turn you around. You know, obviously this house, I guess, would have been part of life and death around here. Well, which way? Let's see if we can go around this way. People would have lived here, in this house. I'm sure there's more around here, but it'd be incredibly hard to find or see. And I guess when they died, they buried them up on the higher ground, which we will get to in a minute. It's fascinating. We get up here, you'll see what I mean, because they had to move tons and tons of granite rock to create these burial kists and cairns. I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. If there's any historians out there watching, I'm sure you'll pull me up on the difference between a cairn and a kist. But the point is to me, people lived here, died here 5,000 years ago. That's pretty cool. It's down in the valley, look. There you see? Down there. Absolutely beautiful. Right, I'll put you away because I've strayed off path a bit. Bring you back. What's these? Ponies. You call them horses or ponies? I call them ponies. Young'un. Excuse me. Go on in. This stuff must be horrible for the dog. It's prickly gorse. It's right at his height. Jumping like a goat. Bless him. Don't know why I find that so funny, but just do. Right. Boggy. Where are we going up there? Slowly making our way. I'll bring you back. Onwards. Right. Nearly at the top. It's windy. Check out the view. Amazing. So that's where we're going to go in a minute, over there. Weird pointing, said this before. No matter where you point, it never looks right on the camera. Nearly at the top of this one. This is where we're going to check out Spiral Cairn. Very cool. Let me turn you around. So all of these tors that are on Dartmoor, tor is, an outcrop of rock like this. They're all natural due to erosion, exposing the granite, and then the granite obviously creates amazing patterns and stuff like this. But what we're about to see up here is most definitely not natural. Again, I'm guessing been a bit ceremonial here. There would have been a walkway in and whatnot. These little rocks that you can see up here. Not natural. So you can see a lot of them have fallen over the years. Probably due to people and the weather. But this place is very cool. So, check this out, guys. Wow, it's windy. Let me lift you up, point you downwards, so you can see. Go with me. Woo, it's windy. Go walking in. Hope the camera's picking this up all right. Dog's pulling me and I'm going to kick him in a minute if he carries on. Here we are, we're in the middle. Cool. So, once upon a time somebody would have been buried in it. Would have been covered. Oh, it's windy up here. I like it though. Waking me up a little bit. Right, there's some bad weather over there. There behind me. Yuck! Looks horrible everywhere, so let's try and get out of this wind. Here we go, yeah, there's a spiral cairn. Kissed cairn. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me what it is. Woo! See if we can get out of this wind a bit. It's a bit better. Let's go down here. Go on a rock. Right, a little bit shelter. Not much, because it's bloody windy. But that was on Yar Tour, Y-A-R, excuse me, Y-A-R Tour, T-O-R. And that's where the spiral kissed cairn is. Right, next we're going, I don't know if you can see it, up there. Going up there, we're going to check out burial. There's one there, there's one over there, and there's another one just behind that. So we'll see how we get on. Let's have a quick drink of water and then we will be onwards. Wow, it's windy and boggy. Just crossed the road. See where we were behind me. Now I'll show you where we're going, because there's a slightly more modern nod to death just in front of me. So I'll turn you around, and then when we get a bit closer, we'll check it out properly. Hopefully you can see that in front of me. Cross, a monument. There's lots of those on the moors, but they're very ancient. This one's just a little bit different. I think this one is 117 years old, something like that. So thousands of years, but over 100 years old, this one. It's a very interesting one, especially given some of the stuff that's going on in the world today. Let's get in for a closer look. So, let me read this to you. To the glory of God and to the dear memory of Evelyn Anthony Cave Penny, Lieutenant QVO Corps of Guides, fell in Palestine whilst gallantly commanding his men. June 8th, 1918, aged 19. Look up and lift your head. Lift your heads. Look up and lift your heads. 19-year-old commanding his troops into Palestine in World War I. Those are the real heroes, Greta. Look up and lift your heads. Thank you, Commander Penny. Amazing. There is a story of why this is here, and that's because his family used to own, or nobody really owned, but his family used to farm this land, and his sister had this erected for him after his death. Apparently he used to run around here when he was a kid. Incredible, eh? What a place to have a memorial. Thanks again, Commander Penny. Look up and lift your heads. Right, we're going up this way now. Can't see where we're heading because it's hiding, but onwards. Right, so this is Corndon Tor. Corndon. Corndon. This is, in my opinion, one of the best views you can get on the moors. This part of the moor, anyway. Let's find our way to the top. Just see there, around the corner. First burial cairn. Let's get up here. I'm breaking my legs. Of course, there's an easier path there. Let's get up here. Ugh. How's that? Review. It's windy. Right, so you can see there, there's the first burial cairn there. I believe this is the remains of one right under my feet, as you can probably see. There's one, there's two, behind that one, over there in the distance, 3, and then over there on the edge of the ridge, 4, and I believe there's another one behind that. We'll go and check them out in a minute. But, how's that for a view, guys? Windy. See the van in the distance? Just turn you around. My hearing aid makes some weird noises in this wind. There we are. Point down a bit more. What's that? Woo. What a view. What a place. I love this place. I'm getting a new haircut, by the way. It's not really new, it's just the first one I've been able to get for a few months. Right, let's go over there. Let's get out of the wind. Cool as that, eh? You imagine they must have really cared about the people that they buried up here. Stacking all of these rocks, probably thousands of them, right in the middle. Probably buried right in the middle would have been the person. Incredible. People have moved some of them. That a little bit disrespectful. Personally, I think that's very cool. The effort that that would have taken. Oh, we're out of the wind for a minute. Yeah, the amount of effort it would have taken to do this. Mind-blowing. The person who's in there, say probably 4,000 or 5,000 years ago they were buried here. The body is gone a long time ago. The problem with the earth on the moors is it's very peaty, very acidic, so bones don't really last. They've done excavations up here before, but they never really find any bones or remains of people. It's very rare anyway. Right. Just, I'll lift you up as far as I can, see what you can see, if anything. That's that. So that's why I'd like to get a drone, guys. Bring you some really cool aerial footage of this sort of stuff. Yeah, right on the top there somewhere. Would have been a capstone. I believe that's long gone. Right. Let's head over to the next one. Go check that out. Right. Coming up on the second one of our cairns here. Behind me. I think somebody's decided to stack some rocks on top of this one. Interesting. Let me turn you around and give you a good look. Ooh, he fell over. Don't really want to climb on it too much. Personally think it's disrespectful. You see the third one over there in the distance. That would have been the centre somewhere. And again, there would have been a capping stone. Get down here without breaking my leg. Yeah, I don't know. I completely agree with people messing with this stuff, stacking rocks. But I guess they're going to do it. What's he there, look? You see him? Another one over there. Looks like they've been burning up here as well. Swalling, they call it, when they burn the moor. They say it's environmental, but I don't really understand it. Yeah, there we go, there's Cairn number 2. Over there's number 3. Oh, he fell over, bloody dog. Let's go and check out this one. Onwards. There we are, just coming up onto the third one now. It's very wet, boggy round here. Watch where you're walking. Just seen another person up here. What an incredible place, eh? Climb on it too much again, a bit disrespectful. See the middle there. I will gently climb up, see if I can show you the middle. There. Yeah, let's have a look. Without breaking the legs, there we go. So that's where the person would have been buried in there. Again, there would have been a capping stone over the top, which is gone. There won't be any remains in there anymore. But, so yeah, there's the other one. There's the first one up there. You get a real sense of whoever was buried here. Sorry, the other person, I just was phone talking. If you can hear that. Yeah, you get a real sense of whoever was buried here must have been quite an important person. You know what they're surrounded by. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, so there we go, guys. There's 3 Cairns. Cairns. I'm trying to be really, really careful up here. I know I'm standing on it. Try not to move anything or do any damage. It's windy. Fantastic view. Imagine. Buried here for a reason, right? Stunning. Right, we've got to head back towards the first one because we've got to go down the other side of that tor, Cairn tor, and start heading back towards the car before it gets dark. I'll bring it back in a minute. Onwards, that way, onwards. Hello. There we go. Oh! Probably going flat. Wow, it's windy up here. Just wanted to share this incredible view again. What a place. What an amazing place. Right. We're heading down that way. And then back up to the car. If I see anything else, I think down here I'm being stared at by a sheep down there. Hopefully you can hear me all right. It is bloody windy up here. See if we can get down out of the wind. This is a very cool place. Again, be another cool place to do some wild camp. Wild camp? Wild camping. Amazing place. We get out the wind. Mushrooms. That's a little bit better. Spooky caves behind me. Really spooky caves. Just cracks in the rock. Oh my God, it's windy. The wind's just coming from every direction, I think. There's no real hiding from it. Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Right. So yeah, we're gonna head towards the van. If I see anything else, I'll film it. There is like a little pool down here, which is quite cool. So I'll grab some footage of that, head back to the van, and then when we get there, we'll make a brew and wrap this one up. Right, onward. Right, battery's going to go flat in a minute on the camera. Oh. It's a funky little pool down here. Just hopefully I can get some footage of that for you quickly. I did bring my spare batteries, so I can change them in a bit. Have a look at that. Prehistoric? What do you think? Love to know. Prehistoric bath? Remains of a hut circle, which just happened to fill with water. So I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that one. It's very cool. Water's running down here, look. So it doesn't overfill. Down. And continues all the way down. Right guys, battery's nearly flat on the DJI Action 5. Can't say GoPro because it's not a GoPro. I'm going to head back to the van. When I get there, I'll change the batteries. We'll have a catch up and we'll wrap this up, alright? Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Been a bit blowy. Right, onwards. See you in a bit. Right guys. Hello in there. Oh. Right, so we've made it back to the van. Enjoyed that little walk. Saw some history. Got myself a coffee. perfect. So yeah, we've made it back to the van. It was quite a nice little little jaunt around. We didn't go that far, about 6 miles I think. Let me just find my glasses so I can see. Let's go back here. So we went to Sharptor. That's where we saw the Hollywood movie set, Werewolf. From there, we crossed to Yartor, which is where we saw that really cool spiral cairn. Across from there, we went to Cairn, and we saw the great big cairns on the hill. And we walked down towards a place called Cathanga Rock, where there was the other 2 cairns, which is pretty cool. Let's put this light on. I don't know if that makes any difference. Yeah, so we saw quite a lot of history today, plus the little cross with the guy that led his troops into Palestine in World War I. Pretty fascinating stuff. And back to the van. Let's just see. We didn't elevate that much. I think only about 1,000 feet, something like that. But yeah, it's quite an interesting little walk. Glad you joined me. Hopefully you didn't find it too boring. I enjoy the history. This place absolutely blows my mind. To think of people being around here, 4,000-5,000 years and some in the past. It's insane. So anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share if you want to. If you think somebody else would be interested in seeing some of this stuff, greatly appreciated. My last little video with the cooker, with the little stick stove, that did quite well. I got quite a lot of interest in that one, so I was quite pleased about that. It's a very awkward position to sit, but also coming up, I've got some new stuff to try out. I bought this. It's OEX Bush Pro tarp. I don't know if you can see it. Zoom in. There you go. I don't know if that's the right way around for you guys or not. So yeah, it's a little tarp. I'm gonna have a go at setting this up at some point. Do a little bit more cooking or something under that. I'm also still looking at hammocks. I've contacted a company that makes, it's like a hammock tent, which looks really, really cool. I do a tent, well, it's a hammock. It also comes as, like, it's got a rain cover over it, a rain fly over it. Mosquito net, everything. But they also sell, like, you get an under blanket for it. You can get a inflatable pad to go in there, and what they call a hammock blanket to go over the top to keep you nice and warm. I've seen people using those in the winter, all seasons. I'd quite like to give that a go. I think I found a couple of places where we could try that out. But like I said, I've been in contact with the company because I want to make sure I get the right stuff. The ones I've seen on eBay, it's all bits and pieces that all come from this company, and I'm not too sure about that. So I'd rather deal with the company direct, a company called Nightcat. Waiting for them to respond to an email. So once I get that sorted, we'll get out and we'll put that up, and maybe we'll do a little wild camp. We're definitely going to get out whenever we get a break in the weather. We've had some horrendous weather here for the last week or so, and it's been really hard to get out and film anything. We've had weather warnings, we've had wind, we've had rain, we've had everything. And now the clocks have changed here in the UK. It's literally 10 to 4 now, and it will be dark in the next 20 minutes. It's already fairly dark now. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the bottom, but we will get out, we will do some more stuff. It's just finding breaks in the weather, finding breaks in my bank account to be able to afford to buy new gear to show you guys. The tarp wasn't too expensive. I think I paid 55 quid for this. Seen a lot of reviews, people using this on the YouTubes. So we'll get out, we'll give that a go, set it up. There's loads of different ways you can set up a tarp to make a little shelter. So we'll have a crack at that. So yeah, I think for now, that's probably about it. We'll definitely see you in the next one. Again, thanks for joining me. Hope you're all keeping well. And onward.